Okay, so you've probably heard these two terms thrown around everywhere: AI agent and agentic AI. They sound almost exactly the same, right? But are they? Turns out the difference is way bigger than it seems, and it tells us a lot about where AI is heading. So let's clear up the confusion once and for all. So let's just get right to it. Are these just two different names for the same exact thing? The short answer is nope, not at all. And the longer answer, well, that's where things get really interesting. It actually shows a huge shift in how AI works, from just following orders to actually taking charge. We're going to start with the basics.
All right, first up, let's get to know the AI agent. You can think of this as our foundation, our starting point for everything that comes next. At its heart, an AI agent is really a specialized tool. It's a piece of software, yeah, a powerful robot, if you like, that's built for one specific job. It's super focused and totally task-oriented.
You know, the absolute best way to think about it is like a helpful assistant. You give it a really clear set of instructions, and it just follows them perfectly. Its whole reason for being is just to execute your commands. That's it.
So, what kind of instructions are we talking about here? Well, you probably use these all the time without even thinking about it. Asking your smart speaker a random question, getting a movie recommendation from your streaming service, or using an app to book your plane tickets. Yep, all of these are classic examples of an AI agent doing its thing.
Okay, so that's the AI agent, simple enough. But what happens when an AI doesn't just follow a to-do list? Well, that's where we meet agentic AI. And this, right here, this is where we see a massive leap. See, agentic AI isn't about just following orders. It's about having what we call agency, which is basically the ability to act on its own to achieve a goal. The two words that really define agentic AI are purpose and autonomy. So instead of just sitting around waiting for a command, it can actually work independently to hit a bigger target. It has a goal, and it figures out how to get there all by itself. So what does that autonomy really look like? Well, it means the AI can actually set its own smaller goals. It can make strategic decisions, and it can build out a whole multi-step plan. And, maybe most importantly, it can change that plan on the fly if things don't go as expected. It's not just stuck on some rigid script.
So, if the AI agent is your helpful assistant, then the agentic AI, that's your mini project manager. It doesn't just do one little task for you. It oversees the whole project, from the planning to the execution to adapting when things go sideways. It's a much more strategic role.
Okay, so we've broken down both terms. Now, let's put them right next to each other to really spotlight the core difference. This is where it's all going to click. The difference really boils down to three key things. First, their main job. One follows your instructions, the other takes initiative. Then, the analogy. One is the helpful assistant, the other is the mini project manager. And finally, their scope. One is all about completing a single task, while the other is focused on achieving a much broader goal. So, if you're going to remember one thing, let it be this. An AI agent helps you, while an agentic AI thinks ahead for you. That's the real game changer here, the difference between just doing something and strategically directing something. Which, of course, leaves us with a pretty powerful question to chew on. As this technology keeps racing forward, what happens when our helpful little assistants start to become these autonomous project managers? That's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.